Well, thank you for coming to Deadwood today. This is a great day for the city of Deadwood. I remember back in April of 2001, right before I became mayor, Mayor Barb Ellen, myself, and John Matson, and a couple of others met with Bill McDavid and Spencer Taylor. These were a couple guys we had never met before, came up here from Texas. They had this idea about doing something with the slime plant. Sounded too good to be true. And anything that is really big takes a long time to come to fruition. Of course, Bill McDavid and Spencer Taylor are no longer involved in the group that finally was able to put this project together, but they were kind of the genesis behind the whole idea. The slime plant, as I'm sure a lot of you know, is one of the most historic buildings left in Deadwood. It's the last remnant of the mining industry, which is really why Leiden, Deadwood, and Central City are here today. Back in around sometime in 1970, the state of South Dakota forced Homestead to stop using the slime plant because of the mercury process that they were discharging at that time. Shortly after that, it became the county shop for a number of years. And then after the county was able to build their new facility, it kind of laid dormant until the McDavid and his partners, and then the group that purchased it from him, bought it. So this is a great day for the city of Deadwood. This is going to bring something new to our venue. It's pretty obvious that Deadwood now is a tourism destination location. We have the gaming, we have the scenery, we have the outdoor recreation. Hopefully this is going to bring the big name entertainment that's going to help us to the next stage. And so with that, I want to introduce one of the owners of the Deadwood Mountain Grand, and that'd be Ron Wheeler. So Ron, you would say a few words? I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. This is a great day for us. Just to give you a little bit of background, as Francis said, the project was originally conceived by a guy named Bill McDavid, who's since passed away, but a dear friend and a great idea. After that period, after they worked on the project, we put together a group of local investors. There's 4 Deadwood investors, Tim Conrad, Mike Gustafson, George Mitchell, and myself, and hooked up with a group out of Nashville. And they represent a lot of talent. And as Francis said, our hope was to, we're kind of the boots on the ground here locally, do a lot of the grunt work to get this project going, but ultimately we're going to look to the Nashville group to be able to bring in entertainment that will hopefully make Deadwood much more of a year-round venue. We hope that this will allow it to go to another level, if you will, in terms of entertainment. I'd like to introduce one of our partners from Nashville, who, as Francis mentioned, big name entertainment. And I think, of course, he's near and dear to the people here in Deadwood because he cut his teeth up here. Spent a lot of time up here in Deadwood, and he was nice enough to come up on the weekend, put on a free concert, and meet some of his fans. So with that, I'd like to introduce our partner, one of our partners from Nashville, Big Kenny Alphin.
Well, it's an absolute blessing to be here this morning. Thank you all for coming out. I was introduced to the Black Hills back in the late 1990s by a gentleman by the name of Bill McDavid. And he did have a big idea. He was a man of great big ideas. And I'm happy to say that I've met some of my best friends in the world right here in the Black Hills in Deadwood, South Dakota. I'm so proud that over the past few years that sure things have been a little bit tough getting going, but anything that's worthwhile in life is a little bit tough getting going. You know, I spent a good long time in my career at songwriting before I ever got to the point that I could stand in front of you here today and even speak about doing something as grand as the Deadwood Mountain Grand Hotel, Casino, and Showroom. A place here in Deadwood, South Dakota, right here on Main Street. A 2,500 seat showroom. that artists, that musicians, that entertainers will be able to stop through on the long trails there are in the Midwest between venues. So that's such a wonderful, exciting thing. I just can't wait to see it all completed. I'm so proud to know that we cleaned up a property that had an environmental problem, that we've stewarded the ground there, that we've continued to keep working with what we've had, and continued to build and continued the restoration. And the communities work together on the restoration. I'm proud to know that I'm involved with one of the second largest restoration projects in the United States of America here in Deadwood, South Dakota. I talk about this place everywhere I go because I think it's just such a beautiful community and such a great representation of Americana and the West. And there is a great strength that comes from this place, and I think we have a lot to share from here with not only all of the rest of the United States, but with the world. I think this is a great tourism destination that has not only a lot of fun to be had, but a lot of great lessons to learn. And I look forward to continuing to be a great part of this, and I look forward to bringing my kid up here and hiking every trail we can find on the Black Hills, and look forward to spending more time with all my friends. Now I'd like to introduce some of my other great buddies and partners here. A man who has just worked his fingers, you still got some fingers. We haven't worked them to the bone yet, but man, as far as getting things done and making things happen, Brother Tim Conrad, and a man who knows this neighborhood and is gonna help us make sure this thing is just rolling absolutely wonderful right off the bat, Mr. Gustafson. I guess he wants me to call him Mike or Gus, but very good. My God. Here you go. Yeah.
It's just great to have Kenny here, and the greatest project I think we could do in the greatest little town in America. I thank you guys for showing. It's going to be exciting and a good time.
Yeah, I just want to say that I'm very, very excited to be part of this wonderful group with 4 local guys here being on top of things, and then having all these wonderful people from Nashville to help us pull it off. And I can't wait for the very first concert.
The hotel will be a 100-room hotel. It actually sits up behind the Deadwood Mountain Grand Event Center and Casino. We're going to stop calling it the Slime Plant.
Well, we're gonna have 3 guys dressed up like Ghostbusters, de-sliming everybody.
Anyway, it will be a first-class 100-room hotel. We have a casino on the lower level and restaurant. It will have 210 gaming devices. The upper level, and there'll be escalators and elevators that go up to the event center or showroom. As Kenny mentioned, that'll seat 2,500 people. We're hoping to open July 1 of 2011.
July 1, 2011.
And I'm sure there'll be a little concert one.
Yeah, I think that the class of entertainment is going to be first class, number one. Some of our partners that are involved in this project manage and have managed some of the largest acts in our industry for the past more than multiple decades. We have made sure to put together an entire group of people that will seamlessly work together to cover every part of what a facility like this needs. To being able to tell people that there is a facility here now, tell entertainers that there's another place to stop off, you don't have to drive so far, and engaging even with the agencies and the managers who book them. So first class, brother, I mean first class.
From day one of the things we've talked about was the value, not only of the beauty of the Black Hills, but the history here. And if you look at the history of the mining industry, that started obviously 125 years ago, one of the rewarding things from our perspective is the ability to actually preserve, and you'll see things at the event center that actually include some of the old mining history. We're going to capitalize on that, and we want people to see that. I think we'll work very closely with the local historic people and the Adams Museum to actually display things like that, because we have an opportunity. It was a mining building, so we'll have an opportunity to display that. So we feel very good about it.